Hello, everybody. I'm Gabriel Calderon, and thank you for joining us in this presentation regarding and welcome to the Dojo at Commercial Coppers Company training expertise to build culture on the Gemba. I'm excited to be here in the Lean Global Network Connection. My name is Gabriel Calderon, director at Lean Institute Chile. And I would like to introduce Anita Ulloa. Anita Ulloa is the Lean Project Manager at Lean Institute Chile, and Daniel Olivares. Daniel Olivares is the Continuous Improvement Manager for Sigdo Coppers Commercial. And, and both driving the adoption of Lean Kaizen tools across multiple operations in Chile and focuses on creating hands-on replicable learning expertise where the team develop a real skills related directly to their work and role. In this session, Anita and Daniel will share how the dojo concept has evolved into a training model that strengthens culture, safety, quality, and technical expertise in every area of the company. They have been working together for 5 years, generating mutual learnings across the different areas of the company, such as supply chain, logistic, support, maintenance, commercial, and others across the different regions of the Chile country. And this collaboration has allowed us to involve most of the people in the company to solve problems and add more value to our customers. Finally, created a very strong culture that Anita and Daniel are going to present us today. Let's welcome to Anita and Daniel, and thank you very much. Go ahead, Anita.
Thank you very much, Gabriel. Thanks for a great introduction. To say to the people, maybe you're wondering what SKC is, so let's watch the following video.
Go ahead, Anita.
Okay, thank you, Gabriel, for the video. Welcome back. So a little bit more about SKC. To let you know, they are a trading and service provider company, focuses on delivery and comprehensive solution that value their customers. They have been a part of Sigdo Copper from 1975, and they hold the representation of leading brands for various market industries, such as agriculture, construction, forestry, transport, mining, parts and supplies, rental equipment as well. SKC has completed a range of services designed to operate in different geographical locations. The next slide, please. Okay. To give you a little bit of more context, to start with the lean transformation, they sought the best industrial reference to adopt it to Toyota model TPS, which met their need to change people thinking. That's the first thing. This decision strategically connected SKC with manufacture and along with the support of the Lean Institute Chile. They managed to institutionalize a new culture. They had the opportunity to be training in the practice of the TPS and Kaizen culture through the Toyota TLLP plan, which allowed them to give an identity of their model, that is SKC, Lean, Kaizen, Lean Kaizen culture, precisely to ensure that the new culture did not remain merely theoretical, but was integrated into the operational skill. SKC decided to promote the dojo concept. Next one, please. Okay, there is, no, it's this. Okay. To let you know a little bit about the first dojo that SKC implemented was a technical in nature, replying the technical model of the Toyota production system, TPS, okay? First of all, this space was established and dedicated and practical laboratory or simulation area, not a theoretical classroom, as we think, especially designing for employee, particularly those responsible for the maintenance and repairing for lift, to learn, practice, and masters their work standards and fundamental del TPS tools with the goals of achievement, perfection, safety, quality, and their operational skill on Gemba. Okay, so first of all, SKC, everything technical, okay? Now, over the time, the dojo practice proves so be effective that this concept expanded, so transforming into a comprehensive training center, okay? This new center or training center not only maintain its original technical focus, as we said, but also broadened its scope to include essential safety learning aimed at all employees in the company, new hires also, and visitors. The main goal was to create a deep awareness of correct use of personal protective equipment, and in this way to prevent possible accidents. Additionally to this center, the main meeting point for sharing and practice the Lean culture, Lean Kaizen culture of SKC. After that, the vision expanded further, so they incorporated the pillar of environment, okay, seeking to create awareness about the care of the surrounding and responsible management resource, thereby cementing a culture that integrates operational excellence with social environmental responsibility. So, first of all, very technical, then it was doing so well. So SKC and all the group, all the team, we decide, okay, now we're gonna make a main training for all the company, okay? And so we think everything is gonna be great. However, in an exercise of brutal honesty and learning, we must recognize that this large comprehensive training center unfortunately did not prove to be sustainable along the terms for the entire company. Despite the ambition of unifying all learning in one place, the centralization lost direct contact with the operational reality of each team, diluting the impact of the specific Gemba. Okay, so Gemba here is the most important. Based on that valuable lesson, we restarted our strategic and we created a decentralized dojo by area. So this time we come back and we did by area. This approach very directly emblemed in the different value stream as yield excellent result to date under the non-negotiable principle that we have today can always be improved. So actually, or currently, every employee receives the necessary knowledge reinforcement specialty in their dojo. So each area, dojo of in each area, ensuring that the training is relevant and timely. This continuous training covers all the fundamental pillars as a safety, environmental, Lean Kaizen culture, and a specific technical skill. So this is like about the story of Dojo of SKC, but next I would like to share a video that illustrates the essence and adoption of the current Dojo in action. So Gabrielis, you can put on the video. Okay, I see. Thank you.
We wanted to create something more than just a simple training. We were looking for a space where our technicians could learn by doing, reflect on their work, and continuously improve. That's how the SKC Dojo was born. The word dojo comes from Japanese and literally means place of practice. In martial arts, it's where you learn, train, and perfect yourself every day. At SKC, we adopted that same spirit. The dojo is our place to practice the 5S culture, develop critical thinking, and strengthen operational standards from the ground up. In this space, new technicians learn to see work in a different way. Through exercises, dynamics, and games, respect for standards, order, and safety is promoted, fundamental pillars of the 5S methodology. Seiri, sort what is necessary. Satan, set in order to find easily. Seiso, shine to detect anomalies. Saiketsu, standardize to maintain. Shitsuke, discipline to sustain improvement. But beyond the method, the 5S are a way of thinking. A culture that teaches to observe, improve, and care for the work environment. From continuous improvement, we promote the adoption of Lean Kaizen tools in different operations in the country. But we knew that to sustain that improvement, it was necessary to build the culture from the beginning. The dojo allows us to teach Lean principles on the ground, how to identify waste, how to work with order, and how to reflect on the why of each standard. Here, the new Toyota technicians not only learn to do their job, but to think like Lean.
In the dojo, we want every person to have a complete learning experience. Our approach is 100% hands-on. Here, technicians learn by doing, by experimenting, by making mistakes and trying again. It all starts with the 5S, the foundation of Lean culture: sorting, setting in order, shining, standardizing, and sustaining the discipline. The first three, Seiri, Seiton, and Seizo, we put into practice with a visual learning prototype, something we call our training Poka-yoke. It's a component layout box where participants have to organize tools, parts, and materials following the rules of the first 3S. What's interesting is that the box has visual guides and predefined shapes, so if anything is out of place, it's immediately noticeable. That small detail sparks reflection. The technicians see the mistake, they correct it, and they learn to standardize without needing constant supervision. Additionally, we use our orange cards, a visual tool that has become a symbol within the dojo. Whenever someone spots an opportunity for improvement or a deviation, they raise an orange card. This generates conversation, collaboration, and above all, motivation to continue learning. It's not about pointing out mistakes, but about making learning visible. The cards help us to stop, observe, and think about how we could do better next time. These kinds of practices awaken something in people. Many technicians who were initially unsure end up leading the dynamics, explaining standards, or proposing improvements. This shows that when learning becomes tangible, motivation arises naturally. At the dojo, we don't just teach tools. In my area,
We don't have a physical space called a dojo as such, but we do share exactly the same spirit. Every day, in the workshop, we work under the same principles: learn, improve, and teach. For us, the place of practice is the workplace itself. This is where technicians face the real challenges and where Lean Kaizen tools truly come into their own. What we are looking for is for each technician to understand that improvement is not something additional to their daily task, but a natural part of their job. The workshop becomes a safer, more efficient, and more pleasant place to work. The most interesting thing has been seeing how people's attitudes have changed. Previously, some viewed the standards as an imposition. Today, many people review them, update them, and defend them. we have succeeded in transforming the standard from a rule into a tool for better thinking about work. That is exactly what we seek with the Kaizen culture, that each person feels an active part of the improvement. One of the most valuable things I've seen is how new technicians learn by observing more experienced ones. Everything learned here is connected to the S program, Toyota's technical development system. S not only seeks to certify skills, but to train complete professionals, that they understand the company culture, the importance of safety, the value of the customer, and continuous improvement. As they progress in their experience, technicians can reach different levels, bronze, silver, and gold, depending on their mastery of standards, their analytical ability, and their contribution to the quality of service. In this way, the dojo acts as the first step within a learning path that unites daily practice with the Toyota philosophy, strengthening the commitment to excellence. What we are looking for is not just competent technicians, but people who think, question, and raise the standards every day. Today, the workshop indicators are not just numbers. Each improvement comes with a story, a lesson learned, a conversation. That is true continuous improvement, when Lean culture stops being on a poster or in a presentation and becomes a daily practice, lived by everyone. That is the essence of what we do every day at SKC. Seeing how the dojo has evolved fills us with pride. It has not only strengthened technical skills, but also the culture of respect, collaboration, and continuous learning. Today, our technicians understand that improvement isn't imposed, it comes from within. I thank the team for their commitment, especially Maria Angeles and Raul, who have been key to this process, and Lean Institute Chile for their constant support in this organizational cultural transformation. Celebrating 50 years at SKC means looking forward with the same conviction. To keep improving, keep learning, and keep training people who believe in the power of Lean, Kaizen. Because improvement is not a goal, it's a path you walk every day.
Well, thank you very much to all. And I would like to review if we have some question for this presentation. Let me stop sharing. Okay, and now, Anita, I have a question here. And the question is, what is the most critical factor that you and Daniel discovered for successful transition from a simple training program to a cultural change across the entire company?
That is a fundamental question. If I have maybe to summarize our biggest lesson, I would say the critical factor is taking the learn to where the value is created. That is decentralizing the dojo to the Gemba. I would say that's the part, because when we create that large training center, we turn the dojo into a destination for visited, like a destination. But decentralizing the dojo and creating the dojo bus area, we turn it into daily practices, because people are there and can go and practice, feel things with their hands. And also, I was reading about there another question. what is important in the dojo, because they are not afraid of making mistakes, because also they feel like in a safe area where they are allowed to make mistakes. And I will say that is the dojo, because if they made mistake maybe in the machine where they're working, maybe they don't feel safe as in the dojo. They feel like there's their own place and they're allowed to make mistakes. So I would say is that. And by area even is better, because they learn also like part technical of their area, not from the other areas. So it's very good.
Super. And I have another question here. Maybe it's simple, but it's very important to share the answer about that. And the question is, what is the importance of leader involvement in driving change?
I would say the leader is very important, really important for the group, to lead them for of course, the improvement. If the leader is not with the group, not motivated, is not involved with the people, it's difficult to make change. A leader have to also have abilities to listen to their people, what are the needs, what are the problems, help them to solve the problem all together. I would say the leader is really a key part to driving the change or the continuous improvement. I would say that is really important. I'm not sure if the person who wrote that I answered the question.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Anita. And another question about
Yes.
the question is, what do the technicians think about the dojo? Has there been resistance?
That is a really good question. I would say maybe we should ask to the technician. But there are different opinions. As every change at the beginning is like, I would say, it's difficult for them. But when they start because we built the dojo, and at the beginning people was afraid, what is this? But then when we involve the people to create the dojo, I speak for every technician, but they like, because they feel their own space, and also they have a visible what are their pictures on the wall. They feel like they are important. They feel like it's their own place. They really, the ones that I told me, they like the place, and they say, oh, everything is clean, everything is nice. They really like it.
Super. Another.
Wait. I say, has there been a resistance?
Yeah.
More than the dojo, I would say when you start with the people working at the beginning, because they don't know about anything. So at the beginning, they have more resistance. But with the dojo, because we implemented first, we did the lean transformation first to the dojo, and then after we create the dojo. I'm not sure if you do in the opposite around, will be resistant. I don't know if I'm explaining. First, we did a lean transformation, and then we create the dojo. But maybe if you create first the dojo and then the lean transformation, I really don't know. I don't have that experience yet. I would like to have
Thank you, Anita. Another question, if maybe the Sigdo Coppers company consider incorporating a virtual dojo. I don't know what happened with the virtual dojo, if this kind of methodology can reach the same result.
Mm-hmm. We always say that first we need to prove before everything to add technology. But maybe that will be, we have been thinking about, but we're nothing concrete, but there is good will be okay, will be like maybe help them, especially because SKC is along Chile, like in 11 region. And you know that Chile is so long that sometimes to travel is difficult. So why not have virtual dojos? Could be a good thing.
Super. Well, thank you very much to all to listen this case presentation regarding the dojo in Sigdo Copper's commercial. It's a great company here in Chile, and we are working with them for a long time. And right now we have a very great performance and standard in the case of how to implement the lean transformation in all companies. So thank you very much, Anita,
Thank you.
for your clear presentation, and see you soon in the next Lean Global Connection. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Bye bye.
Bye.